Probably be a short video. I don't want to go too far into this, but I thought we could go a little further. Why not? Where Sale is dead, which is a shame. Investigating his death. Sale was no longer alive. Other than the neck wound, no other wounds were visible at first glance. His nails were broken and his fingertips were bloody. The fingernails on both of Sale's hands are damaged and bloody. Do-yoon barely managed to look at Sale's neck. Alright, let's do this. The bruise was visible around his neck like a thin string. There were little wounds around the bruise. It was clear that the cause of death was hanging. The wound from the belt wrapped all the way around Sale's neck. There are also small marks on the front of his neck. Do-yoon's strap under Sale's chin. A leather belt was hanging on a metal hook by a high shelf.
제 뒤에 걸린 재킷. 그거 허리끈이야. 옷에서 빠진 걸 보니까 확실히.
Ji-young took a deep breath, barely managing to speak. Sale pulled out a belt from a costume in the dressing room and tied it to a steel ring on the shelf to hang himself. There was a notebook near his feet. Alright, let's pick it up. Do-yoon slowly picked up the notebook. As he opened it, the last wrinkled page caught his eye.
새로운 재밌거리를 찾아봤지만 생각한 만큼 자극적이지는 않았다. 아주 바닥을 쳤다는 생각만 가득할 뿐이다. 또 아무것도 바뀌지 않을 거야. 분명히 그래. 이제 어떻게 해야 되지? 무능력하고 휘둘리고 남의 뒷공문이나 쫓아다니면서 헛된 꿈을 꾸는데
The vain dream of being within her?
죄를 지키고 또 지키고.
Do-yoon could sense the feeling of shame and despair from his writing. Sale's last diary entry said that he found something exciting, but it wasn't fun, and nothing would change. He called himself an incompetent fool controlled by others chasing some vain dream. Do-yoon let out a groan. Do-yoon flipped through the pages.
언제부터 쓴 거야?
날짜를 봐선 올해 초부터야.
The page was densely filled with letters. Feeling dizzy, Do-yoon closed the notebook. Sale kept a diary, contestant memos, documents, and photos in his notebook. The dates in his diary suggested he'd been using the notebook since the beginning of this year. With that, some photos fell from the notebook. He picked it up without a second thought. A photo of Sung-young and Hye-sung apparently taken secretly. The date on the picture is from around the end of the preliminaries. He couldn't read the entire diary on the spot. Do-yoon took a step back from the body. The table and surrounding area caught his eye. Okay, I guess we're gonna look at near the body. The things around him looked a little messier than before. A sign of struggle. Oh, he said that. The area around his body is disorganized. It looks like it might have been a struggle, but not a previous mess. Though you slowly looked around. Why a struggle though? Does that mean somebody else was in here? I should be quick saving after each one. He checked the messenger bag. A small pen, coins, receipts, and the tablet were there. Do-yoon took out the tablet to examine it.
상태가 안 좋아.
and the battery swelled.
그거 켜져 있어?
Tried to turn it on, but it didn't work. Anna has been talking about getting to the tablet. I feel like... yeah, I don't know.
안 되는 것 같아.
Everybody's been talking about getting to the tablet, haven't they? A questionable tablet found in Sale's messenger bag. One of its edges is broken, the battery is swollen, it doesn't turn on. Do-yoon checked everything his eyes could see. So maybe Gyuhuk convinced him to open the door while Inha was going the other way, and then he came in by himself and did this. Or the other way around. Inha somehow got around back and got inside, or convinced him to kill himself. But then, what about the struggle? I guess maybe she killed him, but is she really that strong? I guess maybe so if she killed the other one as well. Do-yoon moved back from the site, staggering. If she killed Hyesung, maybe she could kill him too. Everyone was shocked by Sale's death. Ji-young seemed particularly affected.
신랑이 아니어서 방법을 찾는 게 아니었어. 한시라도 더 빨리.
Forced entry. They looked for ways to bring Sale out of the dressing room, but failed. In the end, they tried a forcible entry.
짧은 틈에 이런 선택을 할 거군.
They forcibly entered into the dressing room when Sale became silent. They never expected to see an extreme situation in the room.
혹시 억울했던 건 아닐까? 그치만 생각해봐.
Anne stepped forward with a notebook in her hand.
뒷조사 자료에다 여기 구겨진 페이지는 유서나 마찬가지야. 태블릿도 결국 잘못 본 게 아니었어. 다 탄로나기 전에 도망쳐 버렸다고. 억울하다면 제대로 해명을 했어야지. 왜 이런 선택을 해? 말을 하랬지. 죽으라고 했냐고.
Inha handed the notebook to Do-yoon and covered her face. Maybe Inha was right. Suspicious clues, the diary with depressive contents, and the decision to leave everything unexplained. How did it go? All fine? All settled? The end. He looked toward the watch. This wanted to ask himself. Background check, suicide note, diary. I thought he would explain himself. Maybe. I see. I guess it is better to resolve the rest after getting rescued. You ask a pharmacist for prescriptions, a rescue team for help, and the police for investigations. What do you think? Sale is probably the culprit and committed suicide after being cornered. Is it all over then? Is that what you wanted? He bit his lip after reading the last message. What do we want, Do-yoon? He came this far while turning a blind eye to it. He closed his eyes, shut his mouth, and put that aside. I want the truth. Not yet. This doesn't mean it's over. What a surprise. You're different from what I thought you'd be like. This is what I think. If you want to know the truth, then don't turn your face away from the problem. Problem is problem. Hope the typo didn't ruin my cool advice. There must be clues and facts. But you already have casualties. Sale either took his own life or was murdered. Considering your mental health inside there, you don't have to dig into it. You have an option of sticking together with one another until you safely get out of there. Your goal is survival. That's all you need to focus on. Let's say you really found out the truth. Can you really deal with it?
감당할 수 있겠어?
Who is that? Who said that? What is this? I've come this far. After all, this is as far as I could come. And I'm going all the way. Hell yeah, my sanity's going up from saying weird stuff. Time to slow down a little bit. You could get into an accident if you keep accelerating. I'm sorry for saying this, but you should carefully check through his diary, including that suicide note. That kind of writing often contains a hidden clue. Although the writing might express a wish for death, ironically, it might show a strong will to live. Do-yoon recollected the distressed writing he felt when he read the wrinkled page. What was it? A feeling of resignation or rage? Do-yoon opened Sale's notebook again. He could still sense the complexity of emotion from the last wrinkled page. He flipped the page. October 1st, there was a live show that day. 2 contestants were eliminated, leaving only the top 5.
실체를 알면 결국 너도 무너져. 너도 그건 무섭겠지? 어디서 온 건지 누가 했는지도 모르는 투소 회사. 재밌을 것 같아.
On October 1st, if the identity is revealed, someone will fall. He wrote that he will have to reflect on what he has done until sending an anonymous letter, but this event would be fun. Do-yoon flipped through more pages. August 30th, the B-Stars preliminaries were nearing the end.
서에서는 아직도 신 PD 백을 믿고 설치는 중이다. 말과 행동 어떤 것도 우승자의 자질이 아니다. 언제 무슨 소리를 할지 모르는 폭탄이다. PD가 끝까지 내 조언을 무시하면 실체를 알릴 거다. 서에서는
So he was the one that revealed Ye-sung's past.
어디가 부러지든 죽어 자빠지든 절대 끝까지 못 간다. 이나 씨는 나만 믿고 가면 된다. 내 방식으로
He's
관리하면
trying to help In-ha win.
내 존재를 몰라도 괜찮다. 내 눈이 정확하다는 거 나도 할 수. 신 PD는 이제 예리한의 그 사람이 아니니까 나도 시키는 대로만 할 필요는
He turned on Sung-young, sabotaging her show. On August 30th, he criticized Hye-sung for using his connection to Sung-young to stay alive. He wrote that he would expose Hye-sung and take care of In-ha to prove himself. Do-yoon gulped and read earlier entries. August 13th, the preliminaries were ongoing.
이런 짓거리를 하겠다고 여기 왔나? 신승현, 너는 진짜 너무한다. 말이.
On August 13th, he seemed to be furious at Sung-young for some reason. July 27th, the beginning of the B-Stars preliminaries.
베스타 예선을 시작했다. 예선 무대를 보면서 옛날 생각을 많이 했다. 그래도 내 눈이 아직 살아는 있구나 싶다. 내가 찍었던 사람들은 대부분 좋은 평가로 통과했다. 전부는 아니지만 사실 정신같이 하는 애들도 있었는데 어쨌든 볼만한 구석이 있으니까 뽑았겠지. 난 그런 게 없었으니까 떨어졌고 다시 나가볼까 하는 생각은 버린 지 오래다. 그래도 카메라 앞에 서서 자기 포부를 떠드는 모습들을 보니까 가능하면 나처럼 되지 말고 자기 능력껏 잘 나가길 바란다. 걔들은 자격이 없다. 일찍들 집에 가겠지.
On July 27th, the day the B-Stars preliminary started, he wrote about his experience and evaluated the others, commenting that untalented contestants would be eliminated. June 18th, just before the B-Stars preliminaries.
자신감이 진짜 많이 떨어졌다. 바닥을 치고 나니까 베스타 예선이 시작되면 또 정신없이 바쁠 테니까 조금 근본적인 해결은 안 하겠지만 문제는 나한테 있다. 항상 일에 빵꾸를 내니까 신PD님도 날 이런 상태가 영원히 안 끝날 것 같다는 생각이 창문 밖으로 그냥 뛰어내려 버리면 막상 상황이 닥치면 아무것도 못하겠지. 늘 그랬던
He
것처럼.
was suicidal even before this. On June 18th, it seems before the preliminaries of Beastars started, his message said that his self-esteem was destroyed, so he wanted to commit suicide. The oldest one was from May 22nd of this year.
오늘도 개 같은 날이었다. 아래에서 날 더럽게 안 듣고 도대체 나한테 뭘 바라지? PD님이 제일 문제다. 사람 등신 취급하는데 같이 일한 지 4년도 넘었는데 몇 년을 더 굴러야 인정해주지? 이쯤 되니까 내가 3년 전 일을 그걸 까발리면 자기도 다칠 건데 대우족 처음엔 나한테서 자기를 봤다느니 해놓고 지금 대우는 위에서 사람 취급을 안 하니까 다른 스태프들도 날
Didn't you just say that?
계속 무시하면 가만히 안 있을 거다. 지금 기분이 계속 기억하고 있어.
They actually repeated the same line twice, right? Notebook Diary 6. On May 22nd, he expressed complaints about that everyone ignored him. He worked for Sung Young for at least 4 years. He wrote that his exposure of the incident 3 years ago would damage Sung Young. There was a business card on the front page. One was the old business card with Sale's name on it. Cool. When he took a look at it again, he found that its name and logo belonged to WBSN. It was the former name of the current WBS responsible for producing and broadcasting Beastars. The business card was old and worn out. Sales business card fell out from the notebook. It's for programming. It's for the program Scoop. The WBSN logo indicates that's an old business card. On the page before that, there was another card from the same program. Sung Young's, huh? The program name, department, and logo were identical to Sale. Sung Young's business card that fell out from the notebook. The program name, department, and company logo are the same as Sale's business card. There were also background check documents. It wasn't as bad as what we saw earlier, but it still went far beyond the scope of their initial agreement. The personal information on the top 5 contestants of Beastars Season 4 was found in this notebook. They appeared not to have agreed to disclose the information.
도윤아, 너 손이 떨려. 괜찮아.
괜찮긴 뭐가 괜찮아? 상황이 이런데. 아까 자료들 정말로 직접 모은 걸까?
아마도 눈에 보이는 사실이니까.
이거 보여주는 게 죽기보다도 싫었단 말이야?
더 심각한 비밀이라면 결국 혜성이 사건뿐인데.
Do-yoon thought again about what was written in the notebook. The letters and images danced around in his head. Did Sale really commit suicide? Could the last diary entry be the suicide note? Was Sale trying to hide the fact that he murdered Hye-sung? To find the answer, Do-yoon began to retract the clues again. Yeah, here we go. Sort out the notes that were written before Beastars began. Okay, well the earliest one was May 22nd, right? That's the earliest note. June 18th. April, May, June. This one's also probably the most recent. October 1st, August 30th, August 13th, July 27th. Right, these are the two earliest entries. Or do they mean directly before Beastars began? Yeah, these are the two. Okay, that was easy. Should be correct.
예선 시작하기 전
Sale completely lost his confidence. He blamed his incompetence for failing to earn Sung Young's respect. He was so depressed that he even thought about killing himself.
결국 닥치면 아무것도 못할 거라고 했어. 5월 베스타 전이었어.
Sale wrote that he had worked with Sung Young for over 4 years. It seemed that he joined the staff right after getting eliminated in season 2. He always felt that he wasn't getting the attention and respect he deserved. And he mentioned that he was willing to expose what happened 3 years ago if things went on like that.
처음엔 좋은 말로 합류했지만 이후로는 쭉 무시되는 건가? 3년 전 일이라는 건 뭐지?
Sale was chosen by Sung Young 4 years ago after he got eliminated from the preliminaries of Beastars Season 2. It was after the video of his miserable failure at the audition went viral. Sung Young seemed to have coaxed Sale by praising how special he was, so he joined the staff. But her attitude seemed to have changed after he joined the crew. If he quit, he'd be no one special. If he continued, his self-confidence would crumble. Within that month, Do-yoon could sense Sale's anger at Sung Young's disrespect and the shameful feeling for his incompetence.
생각할 이유조차 없었겠지.
Do-yoon thought about himself. The training for the finals was much harder than that for the preliminaries. Then nobody had the peace of mind to take care of others or what had happened during the finals. The contestants didn't trust Do-yoon, nor care about what had happened in the past. The invisible wall set up by Sung Young. Inside the wall, Do-yoon overcame his confusion and regained stability. But was it really stability? Hard training and a circle of friends and competitors kept him busy. In reality, he simply ran away from the reality he had to face. I just stopped thinking for myself. Okay. Do-yoon paused for a moment and slowly shook his head.
집중하자.
He began to focus on the diary again. The commonality in the two diary entries, a sense of inferiority.
죽음을 생각할 정도의
Sorry, I don't mean to read that. I should just let him read it. Sale wrote about his feelings of inferiority and the self-contempt deep in his heart. He even mentioned death, complaining about the gap between his desire, job, and reality. Another passage grabbed his attention.
3년 전 일을 꺼내면 PD님도 다친다는 얘기.
The part where Sale said he might not keep his mouth shut forever and gave a clue that something fishy had happened. The clues from the notebook which occurred around that time were okay. What is the clue that shows the long history between Sale and Sung Young? Questionable tablet in Sale's messenger bag, an edge is broken, that proves nothing. Sale's business card that fell out from the notebook. To program a WBS, it's an old business card. Right, okay, that fell out. The program, name, company, right, that's the clue. Probably. The personal information of the top 5 contestants of Beastars, no, this one.
PD님의 예전 프로그램 명함.
Sung Young and Sale worked together for over 4 years. The WSBSN logo indicated that the business card was issued more than 2 years ago. He recalled the name of the program on the business card, Scoop. Do-yoon had seen the name of the program in an article about the new season of Beastars.
PD님을 지금의 위치에 올려준 프로그램이라고 했어.
He had never actually watched the program because that's when he was concentrating on the band. He was not even sure if the secret mentioned by Sale was really related to this program.
다른 사람한테 물어보면 알지도 몰라. 언제
Sounds good.
무슨 내용이었는지.
Do-yoon made a mental note of the name Scoop. He moved on to the entry written before the preliminaries. Around June, Sale wrote about having suicidal thoughts.
몇 달이나 지난 얘기야. 베스트 예선 중에는 어땠었지?
Sort out the notes that were written during the Beastars preliminaries. It would be these first ones, right? The day of the Beastars preliminaries started, right? That's during. He wrote about his experience, right? He seemed to be focused on Sung Young for some reason. So I think it would be these three, right? Alright, I don't know if this is any good, but let's just try it. There was a line about how Sung Young had saved Hye Sung from elimination, and Sale swore that he would eliminate Hye Sung, whom he felt was unqualified from the audition. Sale also said he would show what he got by backing up Inha behind the curtain.
혜성이랑 이나가 제대로 붙었던 팀 미션 때 일이야. 8월 중순 분명히 예선 도중이었지.
Don't you could sense the feeling of betrayal and rage from the short passages. Sale recollected his memory as a competitor as he watched other contestants' performance in the preliminaries. He complimented his discerning eye while criticizing some contestants.
무대에 다시 설 의지는 없었어. 그렇지만 체념보다는 미련이 느껴져.
We did it.
예선이 흘러가는 동안 자포자기한 느낌 같은 건 없어.
He felt contempt toward Hye Sung for advancing to the finals by pulling strings. He felt betrayed by Sung Young for her complete change in attitude. He was determined to prove his own power to her by influencing the auditions.
무슨 일을 그렇게 분노해?
Sale was infuriated with Sung Young and expressed his feelings of betrayal. He used the words, "this crap," and said that Sung Young had treated him like a slave. Wrath. What Sale wrote during the Beastars preliminaries indicated no feelings of despair. However, he was infuriated with Sung Young about something in August.
이때부터 나름의 행동했더라고 같은데 이런 짓거리라고.
What does Sale mean by this crap? Seems to be this.
출연자들의 신상 정보 조사를 맡긴 오지하고는 좋지 않게 계약이 깨졌다고 했었지.
Various material records and photos of the top five. Could Sung Young have forced Sale to check the contestants' backgrounds in mid-August? Sale had carried out background checks on the Beastars contestants. After Sung Young terminated the contract with some background check agencies, she ordered him to continue the task.
세일이는 열등감 속에서도 어떻게든 자존감을 유지하려고 했어. 그치만 맡겨진 일은 출연자의 뒷조사.
She exploited Sale as if he was her marionette for a long time. She even used him to find out about the past of some contestants from Beastars. He thought it was going to be exciting studying them, but actually it was terrible. Sung Young constantly bugged and controlled Sale. Maybe she had been trying to do the same thing to Do-yoon. She had comforted him by saying that it was all part of the show and that his reputation as a betrayer would disappear by the end. She never hesitated in making promises. And how did he respond to her? What was his mindset like? What did he feel when he saw her body at the collapsed stage?
난 분명히
Ambivalence. Wow. Shock, fear, anxiety, and he thought about Sung Young. He was supposed to help hear his name, but now she was gone. When he saw her body, a wave of mixed emotions washed over him. Do-yoon shook the distracting thoughts out of his head. He decided to focus on Sale's diary again.
후대인은 세일이에게 출연자의 뒷조사를 지시했어.
There was something annoying enough to explode Sale's long-suppressed anger. In the previous entries, Sale was showing a lack of confidence and disappointment at Sung-yeon's maltreatment. But as of this entry, there were no more signs of such disappointment. Of course, that was just Do-yoon's assumption. The anger led Sale support in her from behind the scenes on his own, and to the blackmail that had been sent to Sung-yeon in early October.
넌
He was...
그림을 그리고 있었던 거야.
Right, okay, got it.
직접 부를 수 있는 방법은 이제 없어져 버렸지만.
Taking into consideration Sale's previous remarks about his management of Inha, or taking his own measures, he must have been up to something. The last page indicated that nothing could comfort him anymore. It implied that nothing would change, and that he would give up and continue with his wrongdoing.
나름대로 움직여봤지만 허무하기만 했다.
Oh, I'm so sleepy. It was obvious that he felt underestimated. His self-esteem was constantly going up and down. I'm gonna save the game soon because I'm tired. I want to take a break. The rest of his notebook was filled with diary entries showing his sense of inferiority and shame.
자살.
The question brought him back to square one. Were these bad enough to induce Sale's suicide? What if it wasn't a suicide? This question kept ringing inside his head.
마음에
There's
걸리는
something to... Sorry, I don't have to read that. Alright, what is one of the suspicious signs left on the corpse? On the corpse, you're saying. Sale pulled out a belt from the costume in the dressing room tied to a steel ring. The area around his body is disorganized. I mean, this is not on the corpse, but that seems like the major thing. But not a previous mess. The fingernails on Sale's hands are damaged and bloody. Huh. That's it. That's on the corpse. The wound from the belt wrapped all the way around Sale's neck. There's also some small marks on the front of his neck. Right, this is it. Right, his fingernails. That's on his corpse.
무대에서 도망칠 때까지는 본 적은 자살이라며 이 상처들은 왜 난?
Oh shit, my controller is vibrating as he says that, which is nice. It's kind of exciting, kind of suspenseful. How's it going? Not so good, I guess. Take a look. It was pluggable.
당신도 말 좀 해봐.
It's hard to make a guess from my side. Even if he hung himself, he would struggle to get out of the rope instinctively. Any other ligature marks around his neck? Particularly on the front side of his neck. Those are proof of his struggle. Plughole didn't seem to agree. Was it a rash thought? You okay? Anyway, your survival is my top priority. Why? Why not? You don't want to survive? Knowing the truth is important. But safety comes first. Yeah, safety. Is it dangerous to know the truth? It might be. Suicide or not, if it is the reason he killed himself. There is no decisive evidence to any of those. And what if he didn't take his own life? Then what? What happened twice already can happen once more. Is he worried about me? I see. Thank you. Do-yoon dropped his hand and turned around to face the rest of the group.
소리 들려? 점점 커지는데?
여긴 위험해. 그래, 일단 복도로 나가자.
Should probably move to the stage, actually. The other pulls Do-yoon out of the dressing room. Anna patted him on the back after arriving at the corridor.
이 판국에 워치 보고 있어?
좀 확인해 볼 게 있었어.
안팎으로 좋은 소식이라고는 없는데 범인 찾았잖아. 모르겠어. 아닌데 저래버렸다고? 그건 그렇지만 지은 죄가 있으니 저런 끝을 낸 거야. 그렇게밖에는.
Ju-young's eyes dropped to the floor. Ju-hyuk stepped forward, trying to calm people down.
조금 있으면 구조대가 온다던 시간이야.
일단 그것만 생각하자. 죄 짓고 죄값 치르는 건 당연한 거라고.
Anna was firm, but her face was somber.
저기
Alright, it's time to change the mood. I am the attacker? What? How would I say I am the attacker?
조금만 더 이야기해 보고 싶어.
어떤 거에 대해서?
분장실에서 본 상황.
걸리는 게 있었어?
이거다고 짚을 만한 건
I was kind of curious what would happen if I say I am the attacker, but I don't really want to like do all that all over again. Although it's unlikely, it was still a possibility. Sale could have been murdered, and the real murderer could be one of us. He really didn't want to think that way. But the more he thought about it, the stronger his doubts grew. That's why he saved his words. He had to talk to them at least. That's all he could think about. If nothing came to mind after talking with them, if everything that had happened was simply as it appeared, it wouldn't be too late to get rid of his concerns.
알겠어. 그렇다면 두 사람은요?
나도 지금 어지러울 정도야. 머리 쑤해서 졌네. 그래, 뭐.
길게 얘기할 상황은 아니야.
알고 있어.
Autosave checkpoint. Alright, we're gonna stop here. Oh, end of all tracker communication started. Alright, so I'm gonna save the game also. Alright, next time we'll talk to Anna about this, Sale's hands. The fingers on both of Sale's hands are damaged and bloody. I've seen it too. It was... There were wounds on his hands. Yes, there were, Anna. And that means...
그거는
kind of wounds that are made unconsciously. Yeah, fair point, fair point.